Hi, I'm Judy Vitale, your astrologer with ReadTheStars.com. This is your weekly horoscopes at work for March 14th through 20th, 2016. This is my personal favorite time of year. It's the beginning of spring. Spring arrives officially. The sun moves into Aries. Yay, the beginning of the new year in astrology. And that's going to be on Sunday the 20th on the East Coast at 12:31 a.m. and a little bit late on the evening of the 19th for those of you on the West Coast. So happy spring to one and all, wherever you might be in the world. And it's just a very exciting time of year. There's a burst of energy. So it's our jobs to jump on that energy and move with our projects and really get some stuff done now. And we have another big event this week as well. Jupiter will make a trine with Pluto on Wednesday. We'll talk about that in the week, but in general, what's happening with Jupiter and Pluto is, again, like a burst of optimism and a desire to transform and change things. You know, take that earthly matter and turn it into something really, really special. So anything that you're working on now is sure to make a lot of forward progress with all this great energy that we have to offer. But first, we have to get through Monday. We have the Gemini moon, and that's a good thing, because with the Gemini moon, people will always communicate. You'll get a lot of emails. You'll get a lot of phone calls. You'll get answers to the questions that you have out there. The issue is we have Mercury square Saturn and Venus square Mars. People will not have difficulty being something besides nicey nice on Monday. So you may receive a no answer, or if you have to give a no answer, this is a good day to do it. That no will come out pretty easily. And, and you have to act on your convictions. And let's face it, sometimes we have to say no, and sometimes we need to hear it. So just get through Monday as best you can and work on what's going on with the rest of the week. Tuesday, the moon is going to go void, of course. That's that period of time when it's not good to make purchases, difficult to keep our plans intact, and difficult to get things done, really. But it's a good time for finishing things up. So take that attitude between 1:03 p.m. and 8:57 p.m. Mercury is going to be making some interesting connections on Tuesday, a sextile with Pluto to really generate further communication, and then an opposition with Jupiter to open up the idea of what's happening on Wednesday, which is just this burst of energy to change things, to transform things. And so if you have things that you need to make huge changes on, cleaning something out, getting things ready. Now, we've had Jupiter trine Pluto in recent memory. This is the retrograde, where Jupiter is in retrograde. If you remember, it's going backwards. And so as it's doing that, it's coming over Pluto again. So you may revisit something that you started earlier. On Thursday, the moon is going to be in Cancer. The Cancer moon makes us want to indulge ourselves a little bit, especially with food, but also we want to nurture others and we want to nurture ourselves. So it's a good idea to keep an eye on that, especially as the moon will be opposite Pluto and square Uranus. This is that disruptive energy that's always up there in the sky these days. It's getting less and less potent, thank goodness, but it is also still there. And so people, again, will want to change things. So if you're the kind of person who's sitting around mourning because the world has changed around you, I advise you to find a way to reinvent yourself, because that's really the best way, is to embrace change and move on with it. On Friday, we have the moon going void, of course, at 12:09 a.m. and staying that way only till 3:54 a.m. And when you wake up on Friday morning, the moon will be in Leo. This gives people the ability to draw up their leadership ability. It is a great day to run a meeting or speak at a conference. You really feel bold and confident when the moon is in Leo, and other people are receptive to that as well. The moon stays in Leo on Saturday, goes void, of course, at 4:45 p.m., however, but there's a nice trine with Saturn and a nice trine with Uranus, and so this is going to allow us to make plans and stick to them despite the void, of course, moon. So don't worry too much about those plans you might have for Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm going to wake up with that great feeling. Spring is going to be here. I personally can't wait. And I hope that you have a wonderful Palm Sunday, a wonderful spring day, and also with Venus conjunct Neptune at 1:46 p.m. Who knows? Your dreams could come true. So that's it for your week. I am going to be at Way Wellness Center. I'm very excited about this new venue between 5 and 7 p.m. That's in the Fox Chapel area. If you're watching from the Fox Chapel area, or you can get there rather easily, I'll be there at 1150 Freeport Road, and you can contact them to make an appointment. And then on Wednesday from 3 to 7, I'll be at Journeys of Life, and you can call 412-681-8755 to make your appointment there. And I would love to see you in any event to look over your astrology, or if you want to contact me for coaching, hypnosis, and astrology readings of all kinds, personal video readings, just go on and send me an email, Judy, Judi, at readthestars.com. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.